Power off.
In his room.
She's going down to the office right now. So.
Yep, she's heading to the office right now. She just came out of his room. She's heading to the office right now.
Don't talk to me.
Don't fucking talk to me. Walk downstairs.
No means no. Don't talk to me. I'm allowed to walk through the hall. Don't talk to me.
She just came out of his room. She's going downstairs right now. Me and freaking Matt are coming out to smoke cigarettes. We're not starting any fucking shit. We're going out to smoke. She just.
My housing isn't funny to play with. Don't argue with me in the hallways.
Go downstairs.
Don't talk to me at all. You're still talking to me.
I'm talking fucking deal?
You're not allowed to just punk me out. You screamed at me when I just walked by. Don't talk to me. No is an option. No is an option.
Fucking out.
Don't talk to me.
I'm not talking to you!
Right! 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 Help! Right!
Hey! You can't be screaming like that!
I just tried to walk by. I'm allowed to walk by. I just told him not to talk to me.
There's a way to walk to your room.
I was coming down just to talk to you. You just you knocked on my door and you rang my phone, right? I'm coming down to talk to you. I'm shaking because
You have another way to go to your room.
I need to breathe, and then I will be able to retain what you're saying, and I'm not trying to just make a scene.
Do not walk in my hallway anymore.
Don't walk in your hallway?
Yes, do not walk
If he can't control himself, that's his problem. I just walked
You
through.
don't belong in my hall.
I don't belong in your hall?
Screaming, no. You can go to your room a different way, and you can't be screaming like that.
I said, don't leave me alone.
Okay.
I had to tell him no to sex. I had to tell him no to sex 50 times politely. Yes, he did. He asked me to fuck you.
Earlier.
And I told him no 50 times, and he got hostile when I told him no.
I'm calling the cops.
Your husband's a rapist, and you're an accomplice if you aren't just helping me get him to leave him alone. If your husband is too drunk to control himself, that doesn't mean I don't need to be in your hole. It means you need to stop letting your husband harass women into sex.
Get out.
With intimidation. I am. I'm not trying to scream. All I said to your husband was, don't talk to me, please.
But you don't belong in my hall, and you don't belong to go in Dylan's room either.
Okay, whatever. I'm just trying to freaking eat food and not. I'm just trying to be able to say no to sex. It's not funny. This is my housing. I don't just yell for no reason.
Because now you're going to be gone because you can't scream like that in the hall.
I'm not trying to. I'm in an emergency.
Go in your freaking.
Did I not scream rape? Help. I wanted you to come help. It's your husband, not me. It's your husband, not me. Okay, thank you. I know. I was coming out. I'm shaking. I don't feel safe.
Go all the way down the hall.
I'm only yelling because I don't feel safe. I'm not trying to cause a scene. I want to eat my food.
Screaming. My boss came out. This is your last chance here because you screamed like that.
I just told your husband no.
It doesn't matter. You didn't need to scream to the whole hotel just now. And my boss came out and he said, this is your final warning.
Can I talk to your boss instead of you? Please. You have a conflict of interest. It's your husband.
I told him what happened. And it's not the point. The point is you screamed like bloody murder. They heard it.
Did you call the police?
No, he did.
He did?
My husband
Okay.
did. I didn't call him.
I
called the cops.
I thought that you were going to help me with your husband who wasn't taking no for an answer earlier, which yes is rape.
I haven't talked to him tonight.
Getting hostile. Getting hostile. Getting hostile.
Working.
Getting hostile.
I cannot
When I'm
talk to
saying
him.
no because he can't take.
I cannot talk to him until I get out of work.
Are you going to let me talk? Because you came out here for a conversation and you're
No, I'm
not,
actually
which is
going
making it
outside.
seem like I'm being a problem, and I was out here completely silent.
But you.
Please let me. I want to talk to somebody else.
Walk down my hall.
I'll talk to you later. I'm not okay right now. I'm a special needs person who's in an emergency and I don't feel
That's not an
safe.
excuse to scream.
Your
like
husband
that when there's nobody raping
Isn't
you.
taking no for an answer and is getting hostile with me whenever I'm saying no. It's a problem. It's
went
rape.
After I sent him to his room.
I want to talk to somebody else. I don't really feel safe with you right now either. I will talk to you when I'm less calm. I have medical diagnoses that I need.
Tapped him away
Please.
from you.
I was loud because I felt unsafe. I'm not causing a scene. I feel unsafe. I need help. I need your help. If I'm loud, I need your help. It means, and then I immediately
I'm
calm
one
down.
person. I have to lock the office. I can't just get there.
You're not de-escalating this.
I can't.
You're escalating this situation. I need to de-escalate myself for medical reasons. You are escalating this situation. I will talk to you when I'm calmer. I would like to talk to somebody else because you have a conflict of interest. It is your husband who will. Your husband is threatening me when I tell him no to sex 50 times.
But he.
Your husband is threatening me when I tell him no to sex 50 times. Please get me the police or your boss, just not you, please, or let me calm down. I need to talk to somebody. Actually, this is not okay. This isn't. Please, I'm trying to de-escalate. Leave me alone. Please just have a witness so I don't get lynched. I'm calming myself. I have composure. I'm shaky as fucking not okay and don't feel safe. Like I'm just being ganged up against. So because she can't tell her husband, hey, quit sexually harassing homeless women at my job. No, 50 times politely the first time was okay. And I don't even want to rant about this and I'm trying not to. And it makes me look like I'm the problem. I want to de-escalate that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to sit here with my headphones on until something else happens. I'm going to turn off my video I'm recording. And then we just sit with me. I'll have my... Liz, I said, I care about my housing. I said no 50 times politely. I handled that the best I fucking could. I really don't feel safe. And I don't mean to exaggerate, but like, what the fuck? At least I'm used to not feeling safe. Honestly, I was about to like... I do need to catch my breath. My ribs hurt. So, sorry, I'm not trying to be a fucking drama queen. God damn it. I need to eat. It will help. Do you want to sit down with me?
Not really.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm like standing here chatting like this.
okay.
It's probably easier.
That sounded like police tires. This is also just terrifying because I just did my first 28-day voucher days ago. If I get removed from this hotel and it's everybody's word against mine, then when I really tried to de-escalate that at every point in that, I tried to de-escalate. Other than when I was sitting out here alone, I let myself vent for a second. Like, when I walked by the hall, he said, "Where's my beer?" He's trying to punk me. He got hostile when I told him no, and he didn't like it. He was not accepting it, no matter how many times I worded it different. I shouldn't have those words to say. This isn't a Glenn issue. He wouldn't feel so comfortable to do this if this weren't a systematic issue where everybody... There's something about me, people just feel fucking comfortable to just punk me out of being able to even say no to goddamn sex with 2 different employees of this fucking place. I'm gonna shut up. Can I ask you a question? Never mind.
How's it going?
Hi.
Hectic day.
What's that?
Hectic day.
So who are they talking about?
Probably me. Hi, I'm having a situation and I requested to speak to somebody else other than Liz, please.
Well, this isn't here.
What?
This isn't here.
I know. So you asked if it's me that they're talking about. What have you heard? And yes, I need to talk to you.
Yeah, I don't know. They said that somebody was intoxicated.
I have not drank anything. If you have your breathalyzer, I'll take one voluntarily right now. I've not consumed alcohol.
No, they said that.
I told a man no to sex. Her husband, 50 times. He was there. He asked me to have a threesome with her, and he kept saying, "I want to talk to you alone." I said, "Just say it with your chest in front of him." He saw me do the splits the other day, with my jacket on, folded clothes, while doing the push-ups at the same time. It's a thing. And ever since, he's just been locked on, asking me to do the splits, saying that was hot, we can make a lot of money. And I say, haha, that's trafficking, Glenn. So anyways, today we're out there and he's like, I need to talk to you when we're alone. I like those pants. I like those pants. I like those pants. I'm like, thanks. I got them from our Sergeant Bassett. I like him a lot. He's really cool.
You
He-
happen to have ID?
Yeah,
Can I just see it?
it's in my purse in my room.
Okay.
I can give you my birthday and my name. Anyways, I got him to say it. I said, "You're a big boy. I don't even like cowards. So if you got to say it when we're alone, don't say it at all." And so he said, "Do you like women?" He'd already asked me that, and I said, "Yeah." I said, "You already asked me that." "Yes, I'm bisexual. I'm the child of 2 bisexuals." And then he said, "Do you want to have a threesome with me and Liz?" And I said, "Did she ask you to ask me that?" And he said, "No." I said, "Fuck no." And then I was like I told him no a million times, and I kept being like, I had already told him,
You want to grab his 43?
I had already told him, listen, stop giving me the fuck me eyes, leave me alone, like latch off. I like your wife. I really do like his wife, and she handled it great the first time, and she just apologized to me. Until just now when I walked up to my room, and as I walked by, Matt was outside of his door, and I spoke a few words to Matt, but didn't stop walking, and he said, "Where's my beer?" He wanted me to give him a beer. I'm not drinking. He wanted me to give him a beer, and he's trying to punk me as if like when I told him no 50 times outside when Matt was there, I eventually I was like, since we're talking about people's appearance for 2 hours, you're talking about my appearance. I don't like you. I'm not attracted to you. If you really want, yes, I'll fuck your wife. I'll take her from you. So I told him basically I would never fuck you. I'm a romantic. I'm not for the streets. I don't fuck everyone. And until I got romantic with Matt, I have not had sex since November because I was fucking raped in this fucking hotel program. They keep moving me. Every single time somebody gets hostile and intimidates me for prolonged periods, not letting me just walk to my room. All I said when I walked by and he said, "Where's my beer?" I just said, "Don't talk to me." As I was almost to the end of his hall, I said, "Don't talk to me." And I said it sternly, and he feels like I have to be submissive to him, and I don't. There's no law that says that I have to do what that man says after I've articulated very well. That man is threatening me because I told him no. I was polite the first 50 times. And once I was alone, Rita came outside. As soon as he went inside, Matt took him inside away from me. And Rita came outside and said, "Glenn's yelling, he wants you kicked out." And I was like, yeah, he got his feelings hurt because I told him 50 times nicely, no, when one time is enough. And then when it was just me and her out here, I went ahead and Liz had already said, I'm sorry. And I was like, it's okay. I just appreciate you just dealing with this and just letting me leave. I wanted to say no. I want to be able to say no. I wear this coat, even though it's 100 degrees out, I'm heat sensitive and really fucking disabled. I get constant dizziness. And if I take off this coat, everyone's like, "Why are you so hot? Are you so hot in the coat? Aren't you hot in the coat? Are you hot in the coat?" And then Troll, the other day he said, when are we going to get to see you without the coat? Which is worded different than other people.
Oh, I know Trolls.
Yeah.
I know you guys have.
What's your first name?
Casey. Kacefreeman.
Kace.
Freeman. Meanwhile, this whole time, I'm not trying to cause a fucking problem. They're not leaving me alone. And as I'm saying, you're threatening me because I'm saying no to sex. And then she understood that the first 2 times she was apologizing egregiously. Also, the night manager who just started asked me to drink in his room with him, and he has a language barrier. I'm not feeling safe to say no to 2 different employees at this hotel, and I'm being ganged up on and acted like I'm crazy for saying no to sex politely 50 times first.
Casey, I'll go talk to Liz and I'll talk to Glenn.
I have it recorded when I talked to her. I did not whenever I just walked by and I said, "No means no, please leave me alone." And then when he started yelling, he's drunk and belligerent, and that's not my problem. That's not my business. I don't give a fuck. Leave me alone.
No, I totally agree with you.
Was there any?
I didn't do anything wrong.
Casey, was there anybody punched in the face?
No, what? I did not see that. I mean, I was often alone.
Was there any threat of a punch?
I didn't say nothing about no punches. He might have. He's saying anything. I'm not really listening.
Okay, so you don't know if Glenn threatened to punch you?
I have no idea. I'm not trying to get nobody caught up on charges. I just really want to be left alone and to not be ganged up on by 2 different hotel employees who want to fuck me.
That's understandable. We got to report that punched or threat of punch.
And somebody
So-
had a knife.
So we're just trying
Yeah,
to figure
I have special needs, and I was actually saying I have special needs. No means no. Just leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Like I'm shaking and I'm being bum rushed as soon as I leave my room by Liz and Glenn. I have it on camera just because I already knew it was going to be a problem walking through the fucking hallway. I'm being threatened by Glenn, and because he's the manager, he's the husband of the manager, Liz. I'm being held to a perfect standard where I'm not even allowed to say no to sex without being threatened, and he's not being reprimanded in the slightest. I'm being told to shut the fuck up as I'm saying, help, rape, when he finally won't leave me alone, as I'm trying to just leave the building very quickly, and I have it recorded.
Okay.
God damn it, I'm not.
Casey, we believe you.
I'm just so tired.
Okay, I know you are.
What's your date of birth?
5/15/1993. I did not threaten anyone.
Okay.
No matter how angry I get, I don't threaten. I'm very defensive. I can fight men. I had to. I lived in
Casey,
Portland,
no,
Oregon.
Casey,
I didn't threaten nobody.
But we just got to
I always got control of my mouth, and I have an alibi. That's a recorded live video.
Casey, we just got a report that there was.
Even if I had said that, he's threatening me for saying no to sex.
No, we.
I actually have a right to say I will stand my ground. I need to be left alone and me just because. Yeah.
We didn't get that report. The only thing
Okay.
we got a report was that there was a physical altercation, and that
I
there
said
was,
rape help, and nobody came.
But there was possibly a knife involved. So
No, I don't have a knife.
We're just making sure.
I don't fight with any weapons. I have boots in case of trouble.
No, we're just making sure everybody is safe right now, and then
I already have a method in case of trouble. I get on my back and I pick somebody up with my feet and just throw them so that they're away from me.
Does your phone have cell
I'm very
service?
defensive, and I have it.
And we're gonna
The
go-
Portland police, I fought many men in front of the freaking jail, and they never once even spoke to me, let alone tried to arrest me.
Casey, does your phone have cell service?
Yes.
Like outside of
I
Wi-Fi?
am recording this with a private visibility so nobody can see it.
That's fine.
I'm using it.
No.
It has service.
Okay, so if you
Until
needed to-
tomorrow.
So if you needed to call 911 right now, you would have a way to call 911.
No, because I have to record because I'm being treated like I'm crazy for not wanting to be raped by her husband.
No, we're going to deal with that here in a second. We came over here to make sure that you were safe.
I needed to speak to you.
and
Thank you.
you wanted to.
I was
speak
about
with
to
us.
call. I have intermittent explosive disorder.
No.
It makes me release too much adrenaline. My special ed caught it with my IEP at 13.
Yeah.
I'm fine. People react weird to people with anger issues, and people with anger issues, like, I don't have anger issues. I have anger, and it's a difference.
Yep.
Like, no matter how angry I get,
Good with it.
I know the difference between being assertive and aggressive.
No, you and I have talking before in the past.
And dumb men like that think that they can play with my life and just wage a war because they
no.
can't handle no.
No,
And when I get assertive, they think it's okay to get hostile and act like I'm the problem.
wow, and that is not
Ugh.
for them to do that. And
I just connected. I just finally got an ID. I applied for the Section 8. My Jason from Bathways took me to the Access Hub.
Yep.
I applied for Section 8, the Housing Authority housing, and had a 2-hour appointment with Washington County Mental Health.
Yeah.
I'm getting connected with services. I've been in this hotel program for 2 years in September. Every single time I get connected with services, I get fucking moved because a man can't take no for an answer. And just me saying no and not being submissive to them as they intimidate me because they don't and when I was out here talking alone, I did scream. I let myself scream for a second because I'm being held to a perfect standard. I have to have, and I do. I handle things better than anybody else would. I'm great under pressure. I did this shit in tear gas.
Yep.
At Black Lives Matter protests, people let me, as I go by Jesus, not only record when all the rest of the streamers were threatened to record, they never once told me not to record. And I was also allowed to handle situations at a place where they were told only black people on the microphone. I had a scooter. If somebody was missing a kid, I could get the fuck around.
Yeah.
I'm loud. I can be heard for blocks. I have a big ass, and I'm the only one with the scooter. Ain't nobody fucking missing me. I'm also blind as fuck on the scooter, so I'm not low key. Everybody else was black block and stuff. They disguise themselves, but I'm just there's different strategies. If there's one way to play war, we wouldn't be doing it for millennia.
I hear you. All right.
I just need peace. And this is not safe now. I don't feel safe here. This is weird. I just signed my first 28-day voucher.
Yeah.
And
here?
Yes, and this is not okay. This is literally what happened when I was at the Quality Inn, and I know you can ask the Barry police about me because this fucking happened too. And I got evicted from the Quality Inn for singing Grandma's Hands by Bill Withers. Beautifully. At a man who was calling me a cunt for the 6th day in a row, just won't leave me alone. Exactly like this, because he just thinks he's big and fucking bad. My grandfather died with Don King in his goddamn profile picture and was a rock star. My grandfather's Cal Freeman. He had the #1 song with Gallery, all 1973, and then another #1 song as well. Then he went on to be Clarence Gatemouth Brown's bandleader, who won Best of Awards and toured the entire globe with him. And then he opened for ZZ Top for 3 solid years because they had the same manager, the Jim Halsey Company. He also had a band with Ronnie Dunn from Brooks and Dunn. He died with best friends with Jimmy Adams, and I didn't even know none of this until I got to Vermont. My father was the son of a fucking rock star. He smoked his first joint on Willie Nelson's lap when he was 4. Was raised by Waylon Jennings for 2 summers. Did heroin for the first time when he was 4 because his mom taught him to shoot her up. He was in prison my whole life. My dad's prison famous. He grew up, he got taken away by DHS when he was 10. He's the son of a rock star, but he was found in the trunk of a car and ran away from the group home because they were pooping in his shoes, and there's probably no heroin there. So he grew up on the streets of Detroit, Michigan. When my mom met him, everybody called him God because he can slap somebody to sleep with an open hand and sleep with his eyes open. His name is Zeph Freeman. He was put in a cell. He was arrested when I was 13 months old for writing bad checks. He was put in a cell with a child molester, and he killed him.
Jesus Christ.
He did 13 years, and then he did 4 more for probation violations for smoking weed once he moved back to Oklahoma. But people here know my father. It turns out they're fucking Hell's Angels. My dad is a shot caller in the fucking Aryan Brotherhood, and I have to survive this world as that. Like, I'm the child of somebody called God by the whole town when my mom met him. Troll the other day, I go by Jesus. I was raised by a lady named Mary in a town called Bethany. And my frontal lobe developed at 25 years old. I realized, God fucking damn it. I've been talking about how time is God since I'm 15. I have Einstein syndrome. I've actually seen Einstein once for a split second when I was 15. I thought it was Mark Twain. Shit got weird.
I bet.
Anyways, I'm sane, but like,
I know you are.
It's not okay how I'm treated by fucking the world. Even the other day, I had a problem with Wiley, and you were there whenever I told him, I'm on my night medicine. I'm willing to give you information in front of the door of this dangerous neighbor. And I did that because I'm not a fucking punk or a coward. Like I've also, like, I was the person who at the protest where, like, Portland doesn't play. They mob up on you and fuck you up. Like, and it's everybody's anonymous, okay? I grew up in AA meetings since I was 3, raised by a lady named Mary with a master's degree in psychology. I was convinced she was going to die if we were separated, and I had separation anxiety really bad. I'm special fucking needs. Since I was born, and I can't get fucking... My Nana and Papa Ted died when I was 17. I've never had gainful employment or disability, and, like, it's not the rape Casey game. I'm the child of a goddamn prison famous person with royal fucking bloodline that makes people want to impregnate me. The way people rape me is they just take off condoms. The first time I ever let them fucking touch me, when I tell them not to. When I supply the condoms. Like, I don't even get romantic with people. I'm not a plaything for this. What is this guy's problem? I feel like I need to live record myself all day, every day to hear now. I don't feel safe. I'm willing to still stay here. This is not cool. This lady is not safe to work with vulnerable people that are housed here.
Do you have a case for it?
Yes, it's not the state who owns this, but they're paying for it. And these people are getting paid, and if they're getting paid if they're profiting from committing a crime on vulnerable people, being state paid to commit a crime, that's illegal. It's illegal to profit from a crime.
No, I agree.
Vulnerable people.
I agree.
This was my place in Portland. All of us were vulnerable, but they get to call the police, and since everybody else is on drugs, it scares them away. People didn't even feel comfortable to defend themselves. So I said, sit on my couch. They took all the benches. I brought 9 couches in a day. I had a jiu-jitsu gym that sponsored me, so I was able to shower. All the gyms were closed because of COVID.
Yeah.
It's the only year of my life that I've had a fucking car. You were sent a blessing. I'm the person who told Bernie Sanders the bird was on my stage. On Good Friday, on the 100th anniversary that women gained the right to vote. White women. This isn't a Glenn problem. Glenn would not feel so brazen and comfortable to do this if it were not so normalized. Do you know when women could get a loan?
I don't know. For loan for a house?
Any loan.
Or when was that?
1982. We couldn't own a bank account unless we were married until the 70s.
That's ridiculous.
I just need a car and some help just with my basic stability so I can actually be an asset to your town.
Yeah.
Because I am.
I agree.
I'm legally ordained and I like it here because there's people I can help.
Yep.
I'm great at helping the worst cases, and it's because I know that the way you help them is to just be their fucking friend and be company and be around.
Absolutely.
But also, it's not my job to help the world, but like, it's what I was goddamn born for.
I agree. You're a very nice person.
But so people think that I'm not allowed to tell them no to sex 50 times because
That's ridiculous.
they don't know the definition of nepotism and they think I don't know it either.
Well, we're gonna go have a talk with
The last time this happened, I got put on a period of ineligibility. I have been afraid to do a long voucher here. I've only done week to week vouchers. If economic services, if they have to move me, which I might request it. This is scary, but they get really mad when you ask to be moved in the middle of a voucher. They just signed it like 2 days ago. It was only going to go till July 4th. And they decided to go ahead and give me till the 26th. Because they said, I'll stay as long as the hotel will have me. I just got connected with resources.
Yep. Well, I'll go. Are you going to be here for a few
Will you
minutes?
help me start a fundraiser?
What's that? Absolutely.
I want a car.
We can definitely help you do that. Are you going to be here for a few minutes? Because we'll go and talk to...
Can I have your card so economic services...
Yeah, they know me quite well.
Right. In case like they're gonna try to put me on a period of ineligibility in case I do have to move hotels. Because
Well,
I did
and
not
you-
do anything wrong. I just tried to get the fuck away.
Well, and you know that when they... Here's my card. You know that when they do that, I show up at their
I told them
hearings.
I said I'm a special needs person. I need to calm down before I can have this conversation unless it's like especially when the conversation is telling me to be quiet, as
No, I know.
they are not even telling their husband to not threaten women who tell them no nicely to sex the first 50 times and then finally say, you've been talking about my appearance for 2 hours. You set the precedent. You're ugly as sin and you look like the clown from The Simpsons, which is what I told him. I fucking battle rapped about how the United States has Munchausen by proxy in tear gas with no mask and no glasses in an electric scooter in active war as the federal government took over my city. The Supreme Court ruled that they couldn't gas us anymore. I had an electric scooter I got with the stimulus. It was the only way I was even fucking able to do that. I'm a disabled person.
No.
I can defend myself. And so people like to act like I'm aggressive.
Yeah.
Even though I did get like stern, which I'm allowed to be loud if I need help. And as she was telling me be quiet, I said, I yelled because I need help. I need help. Rape, I need help.
Yep.
Like how many after I've already said leave me alone, and then he just starts screaming blah blah. I said learn to take no for an answer. I said no means no means no, leave me alone. As I'm continuing to walk into my building, I'm not fucking arguing with the belligerent drunk man. I'm not dumb. But she told me I'm not allowed to walk in their hallway. I continued walking and all I said was, don't talk to me. And I said it in a stern fashion where he got offended because he is used to being entitled and he doesn't get persecuted for saying merely no or calling an ambulance for a man with a head injury. They tried to not renew my voucher and the Good Samaritan people got them to let me stay an extra week.
Yeah.
And then they renewed me at first with 2 vouchers, one till the 4th, and so until the 4th for 1 more week.
Yep.
And then they said they didn't get the voucher, so I had to call economic services again, and they renewed me till the 26th instead.
Yep.
They just renewed me for a long fucking voucher. This is why I was afraid of it. It's been many hotels, and I really liked the way she handled it the first time. I told her, thank you. I told her, you actually handled this better than a lot of hotels did. Then all of a sudden, shit changes whenever I say the word rape, as if that's not what we're talking about. When I say, your husband's threatening me, as I continually for an hour say, no, 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 in front of Glenn's supposed best friend, who's his buddy that he needs to help calm him down. When me and Matt were in a relationship for like a minute, and then I was like, wait, never mind, maybe not. Like, he drinks too much. I don't like how he gets like, he's used to a toxic relationship, and all of a sudden he starts to confuse me with somebody the fuck I'm not. And I'm like, you known me a week to be talking, like, you have not known me long enough to be this comfortable talking out your neck to me when you get fucking hammered, because you'd never talk this way to me when you're sober. Like, no, I don't feel safe with you now. And so I separated from him, but Matt witnessed both of these things and handled it really well. And both of me and Matt, like, we're not like fighting or anything, but like, it's like, we need to separate. We might be able to be friends. We might date. I don't know what the fuck happens, but like, I'm not starting. It was 3 days in a row. He tried to start an argument in the middle of the night because he got too drunk because somebody gave him vodka, and like, it was not me. And like, then he thought that he could. I have spare beers sometimes. I rarely drink, and if I do, it's a couple sips. I have no problem not drinking and like it outside. I have not drank tonight. I'm glad I didn't, because everybody else feels very entitled to drink.
Yeah.
Glenn is plastered as he's trying to rape me in public, and nobody says anything, even when I scream, rape, help, and have a rape whistle. I have it recorded.
I believe you.
There's a dog that this dude keeps having people babysit, and I almost really, like, I asked that lady, I'm too homeless to have a dog, but I really, like, I need somebody to bark for me. And I told her, like, hey, can I have that dog? I'm sorry if I was loud. I don't have anybody to bark for me.
Well,
I came here on a Greyhound because a shelter said they'd help me, because I couldn't even get help without an ID. For 5 years in a pandemic, I've been undocumented.
Yeah.
As an indigent disabled person, I started the goddamn influencers, and I didn't want to go viral, so I said, I'm Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
They tried to ban me on the algorithms, you know, like without actually banning you. Like, you won't show up in people's feed, even when they would tell me they have me on See First, and they want to see me in their feed. It wouldn't show up. So I'd send out posts in Messenger, like just cold calling.
Yeah.
Still to this day, like, they took my kid because my family pretended they were going to help me get disability, lured me back to Oklahoma. They had my medical records from my lifelong disability, where I had an IEP and a 504 to be accommodated legally in school, because I don't function the way other people do. And because, like, people are like, I'm autistic when they find out, and they're like, but high functioning?
Yeah.
Where do I function? I can't even say no without socially having to have a war.
Yeah.
That man is pride hurt, and he wants to wage a war when I'm willing to give him a free pass.
Yeah.
Also, Liz and Glenn were fine with Matt coming in my room when we were hanging out. Glenn told him, hey, the manager's his wife. He said, hey, if you guys want to sneak in each other's rooms, it's fine, because they don't party on here or whatever. You know, like, if, like, basically, like, they didn't want people outside after 11. I've just been hanging out by myself out here alone. But, like, there was a couple nights where he was like, the coast is clear, you can hang out with each other for a bit. And then, like, she knew that.
Yeah.
She was fine with that, because that's her little enabler for her husband, who babysits him when she has a job to do, and he is causing public rapes in public.
Yep.
Couldn't have happened to anybody better. He fucked up. He hit the bait trap. And I'm legally ordained. There's no fucking expectation of privacy with me. And why the fuck would I have to be the one like this? I'm sorry. I don't even want fucking problems. I literally just want to fucking exist. This is my ramen. I'm not going to eat today. I woke up at 3. Like, that happened initially. Like, it was still daylight outside. I had just gotten home from, like, after I woke up, somebody gave me a ride to Shaw's to get my cigarettes. And, like, I got back and sat down. I hadn't even gone inside with my stuff yet. And, like,
So did he
literally, I told him no 50 times.
Did
like,
he put his hands on you at all?
He's in a wheelchair.
Well, I'm just asking.
Oh, sorry.
I just want to make sure that.
Yeah. I'm afraid of that though right now.
Yeah.
Like, because like when I heard him approaching, like getting louder whenever I said no means no, leave me alone, and I continued to walk to my room. I did not. That lady said I can't be in her hallway.
Go ahead.
That lady said I can't be in her hallway. I have not sat right now. I have not like loitered there. I am allowed to walk to my room.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Don't help him.
You have them right there.
In fact, honestly, Liz should be questioned and an investigation started, please. I would, as a vulnerable person who I would like an investigation started on both Liz and Glenn for this. Can Liz and Glenn please, can this be investigated?
Yes.
I have evidence and I recorded a lot of it.
We're gonna go.
Not the initial interaction, but like when I went down the hallway and he just wouldn't accept, no, leave me alone. I have that recorded. And then like when she knocked on my door, I started recording. That's why I didn't answer. And they ring my phone and I didn't answer. And then I came outside.
We're going to talk to the owners.
She bum rushed me and caused a scene in the hallway.
All right, so you're going to be here.
And I have that recorded as I'm like literally like
We'll be right back.
trying to de-escalate. And I even told her verbatim, I'm trying to de-escalate this and you're escalating this. I want somebody else. You have a conflict of interest.
Sure, we're gonna get right on that, okay?
Thank
We'll
you.
be right back, all right?
Ugh.
You know how like you blow up a
Yeah.
balloon and just nice and easy? Keep going a
Keep
little
going
harder.
harder.
There you go.
No. That's okay.
I am a vocalist. I can do breath control.
Don't worry about it. It is what it is.
1185, Berlin.
Do you have another breathalyzer?
No, it'll work here in a second.
Okay. Also, again, my left rib is
We
hurt.
have a little. I have a little trick. Keep going. Keep going. Okay. Yeah, you're zeros.
Yeah.
Never. And can you log in 81 on PC? zeros?
I don't want to be reprimanded by Liz again today. I don't want her being in charge of that with me.
We handled that. Hopefully they will not be having any conversations with you.
If they need help, if they like are without a worker, I've worked at a Hilton hotel before and finally have an ID and can be employed.
The suggestion I have for you
Yeah.
is when you're walking up to your room, walk in a way that you don't have to pass their room.
That's probably would be the best thing.
I mean, yeah, I didn't purposely just try to like walk past his room, but
No, we didn't say you are, but what we're
We're
saying.
even if I did, that man being able to control himself should not be subject to just me walking past a room
No,
or just simply saying, leave me alone.
But at the
Yeah.
same time, we don't
When
want
I walked by, he said, where's my beer? He started that.
No, I
And
agree.
we
with you.
I said, leave me alone.
And Casey, we don't want you
Yeah.
to be in a situation where he
Yeah.
antagonizes you.
Yeah, because
I'm not planning on yelling anymore because they're trying to make me seem to be a problem. But if somebody won't leave me alone after simple,
make sure
leave me
you
alone
call
or
us.
else scream, then I'm going to use my rape whistle.
Yeah, make
Just
sure you
simply,
call
I'm
us.
I'm not losing my voice anymore. I'm not being labeled a problem. I'm going to say, leave me alone or I'm screaming. I'm saying it once, and if they don't leave me alone, I'm using my whistle.
And
And
make
call
sure,
us.
make sure when you say that too, say.
It can be hard for me to call, especially if I'm being bum rushed by an employee
Well-
who's abusing her power.
Well, make sure that when you.
That's an accomplice.
I know, but when
He
you,
asked me for a threesome. Why does he feel so comfortable to do that? And she feels comfortable to use her job
But-
to, no,
Make-
that's scary. I'm scared. Can I have a crisis worker?
But
Do you want to talk to one?
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't want to take yours, Tom. Like y'all have been great. Thanks for just letting me talk. It helps a lot.
We,
Do you have Washington County Mental Health phone number?
I just got connected with them. Yeah.
can they call you on your phone?
How late is it?
They'll
They're
call
24
you
hours.
24 hours.
The crisis line is 24 hours.
Or
Okay, and then also I have a worker, Travis. With by the way,
Well-
if you ever get a call about like something crazy with me, just know Travis with Washington County Mental Health knows like my whole story. He's my worker.
no. Washington County can either.
He's a crisis outreach. He said.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Can either call you on your phone, or we can take you over to the hospital to meet with one of them. It's always 9 times out of 10, We always have them.
I don't know
call
what to
somebody.
do from here.
Well, it's your choice.
Do you
Like-
want them to call you?
That definitely. I meant
Yeah.
like I am
What's your-
afraid.
what's
I didn't
your-
just scream rape for the point of it.
No.
Like,
we're not saying you did.
I just signed a 28-day voucher yesterday.
and just make
And before that, I've only been doing weeks because this is sketchy as balls.
no, I know.
I like the stray cat here.
And make sure that when you tell them to stop it, you throw in there that you're gonna call the police if they don't.
Casey, what's you
I don't want that to be a situation. They're not allowed to reprimand me, and I want them investigated if possible.
No,
I'm just
we
articulating. I want that because
What's your phone number so I can give Washington County Mental Health your phone number?
You need anything?
yeah.
What?
Yesterday there was a situation.
Yeah.
We should probably talk about it.
I'll talk about it tomorrow with the Good Sam people too, so we all gonna do that together.
Yeah.
We have advocate.
Yep.
Yeah, my
So we
voice.
all do it together.
My
so,
voice does need a rest
Yep.
too.
So
and
so they are here too. What
in
happened?
the meantime, I don't want to be reprimanded by Liz, and I don't want Liz to be the middleman. Liz's husband tried to rape me yesterday. He asked me to have a threesome with Liz, and I told him no nicely 50 times. And then I got stern, and I said, listen, I care about my housing. It's important. I have a kid I need to live to see. I like your wife. I respect her. No. And then he still thought it was a discussion. So I told him he's ugly. I would never fuck him, and that he looks like the clown from The Simpsons.
All right, no worries. We'll talk to them.
So then he turned it into a fight. But I had to tell him no nicely 50 times.
No worries. We'll talk to them tomorrow, and I'll call you down tomorrow morning when the Good Sam people are here, so we all can
Right.
discuss.
Liz acted completely inappropriate. At first, she apologized. She handled it well-ish. But she didn't tell him to leave me alone. And
Yeah.
I'll let them know.
yeah, so just in the meantime, I just don't want to be reprimanded by Liz, okay?
All right, got it. Yep.
I'm not comfortable with Liz. She tried to help her husband intimidate me because I told him no to sex 50 times.
Yep. I'll talk to them. Thank you.
Are they still gonna be employed here?
Well, only Liz because.
She helped, I have it on video. I recorded.
No worries.
She helped, she threatened me, and she actually told me that you guys said that was my last shot and I'm out of here.
Yeah, no.
Because I yelled rape, help, and blew my rape whistle.
We'll see that video when the Good Sam people are, so they know what's up going on. So we all do it together. So I don't want.
I'm telling you that woman just tried to help her husband rape me. I don't want her working I don't want her talking to me.
Yep.
That's what I'm
No
telling you.
worries.
I know she works here.
Yep.
She's not the middleman with us anymore.
Yep.
Talk to me if you
Yep.
need to talk to me. Don't send Liz. It's not appropriate to send Liz. She just tried to help her husband rape me and there's an investigation. It's not okay.
Got it. No worries.
Thanks.
We'll talk to her.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll talk to you about it tomorrow.
I'll let them know.
I didn't mean to seem like tense. I am tense, but it's really not okay. And it was refusing to take no for an answer. That's what that is. And it's the same thing as holding me down. And he started a fight because of that.
Yep. We'll talk to them.
Thanks.
You do not authorize anything to anybody allow dog or anything. I tell you earlier also. Because management don't want that. Yeah, that order.
Howdy. I'm gonna have a good day though. I'm gonna go. I don't have a voice from.
I know what happened.
It's a long story. If you want to
I
come over
already
to.
know.
Do you? Did you hear from other people? Then you don't know.
No, I just heard.
If you heard it from other people, then you don't know because
No,
these people
but
are a bunch
I
of.
heard, what it was about. You know what I mean? I didn't hear it, the whole thing.
Then you don't know what happened.
No, I didn't say that.
I know. I'm just letting you know. If you haven't heard me tell you what happened, you don't know what happened. I'm going around to the side. These people are a bunch of pussies. You don't know what happened. They tell their own fucking side. I have it recorded. I'll show you the video. Basically, Glenn wasn't taking no to an answer. He was trying to get me to fuck Liz with him and have a threesome. And I said no 50 times nicely. And he did this in front of Matt. I told him no 50 in front of the front door. Told him no 50 times nicely. Then I got stern. He kept scooting his fucking wheelchair closer to me. I said, back up. No, I care about my housing. I have a kid I need to live to see you. I haven't heard his voice since he's 3 and he's 10. I said, I respect your wife. I like your wife. No. And then he still thought it was a discussion. So I told him that he's ugly as sin. Love Jesus. Also, he looks like the clown from The Simpsons, and I would never fuck him ever in my life. And if he really keeps want to keep begging, I'll fuck his wife so good she'll never touch him again. So then he was like just raging, right? And they got him upstairs, and
I know I came home.
she apologized. Liz handled it right, apologizing, right? Then when I go upstairs hours later, after sitting outside for hours, he has his door open, talking to Matt in the hallway. And as I walk by with his door open, he's just like, where's my beer? Glenn asked me for a beer. And I said, don't talk to me. Because our last discussion was him refusing to take no for an answer to sex over and over, and then getting hostile and trying to threaten me because I won't fuck him. So anyways, I just said, don't talk to me when I walk by. And then I said, learn to take no for an answer. You're a grown adult. And I walked to my room, and then he kept raging. And then all of a sudden Liz is knocking at my door. And the only thing I said when I walked by, as their door is open, I'm just walking to my room. I never stopped. The only thing that I said was, don't talk to me. When he said, where's my beer, trying to punk me. I'm not for the fucking street just because I took my coat off.
Right. Wow.
Don't ask me to drink in your room, please. It's not the only employee I'm having to deal with being afraid to say no.
Don't yell at us.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I do apologize. You're right. I'm also trying to save my voice and have a good day. I've been listening to my music. It's hard to describe things over and over, but
Yeah.
basically, yeah. And then so like whenever I came out of my room, Glenn wouldn't leave me alone, and Liz came up the stairs so I couldn't get down them, and I had to blow. I had to blow my rape whistle and say, help, rape. Because I was literally just trying to get the fuck away from Glenn. He's not allowed to just harass me in the hallways because I walked by. And she said, you're in our hallway. You're not supposed to be in our hallway. When she was apologizing about it before, but she never confronted him. She's afraid to confront him because he's an abusive rapist who's using her job to rape vulnerable homeless women. It's weird. Anyways, I did have to blow my rape whistle because like they were going to act like I was causing a problem. So I was like, for the record, help, rape. Here's my rape whistle. Leave me the fuck alone. Like, and so she's using her job to help. Also, whenever I went and camped with Matt, she tried to on the same day that this guy asked me to drink in his room, the second day he worked here, he saw on the cameras I went into Dylan's room for 2 seconds to pack. And then we went camping, very publicly, like left with tents and shit, right? And I had to have a disciplinary discussion with Liz when I got back from camping.
Right.
Because I went into Dylan's room. That's really crazy. Glenn was telling Matt, just, you know, the coast is clear. You can go in her room. They're fine with that. She knew about that. Right?
Wow.
Yeah. So
There's a place.
anyways,
Okay.
she's intimidating me into fucking who she wants me to fuck.
That's fucking crazy.
She told me Dylan's a weasel as she was disciplining me for going in his room. She doesn't personally like him.
Who's Dylan?
The one's a dog.
Which one?
The big
Oh,
dog.
the
Appa.
big dog?
Yeah, the dog
Oh,
that-
okay.
Oh, yeah.
Appa.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Me and him and Appa went camping the other day. I just took Shaw's the bus home, and he walked with
Right,
Appa.
because you were I got on the bus.
He had Appa, yeah. And so, like, whenever I got back, Liz was, and then she was like, "Did you get Matt back a speaker?" I was like, "Yeah," and this towel. And then she was like, "So what are you gonna do about that?" Like, she used a disciplinary like thing, and she was like, "This is your get out of jail free card." She's abusing her power. She was a rapist too. He tried to rape me with her. Like, it's not just like it was just Glenn. He's using her job to try to find like women that they can rape together.
Oh my God.
Sorry for yelling. I'm going over there. I'm gonna eat my food. I got a muffin and a ramen. Cheers. But yeah, anyways, that's what happened. And I'm sure that they're gonna act all crazy about it. But it was the third interaction where I had to. Of course, I blew my rape whistle. I'm not having 3 fights with Glenn about how he's not allowed to rape me. That's what not taking no for an answer is, and threatening whenever, like, no, nah. Nah. And then as soon as he went inside, they got him inside. Rita came out and she was like, Glenn's saying he wants you kicked out. She didn't even see none of it. She just said, Glenn's in there ranting in the hall in the office about how you need to be kicked out. And I was just like, yeah, cool. It's because he just tried to rape me in public, in front of the front door. God damn it. I'm going over here. Sorry, I'm a warrior. Oh, Debbie, they're investigating Liz too. There's an investigation. No, there's an investigation. She tried to have her help. She tried to use her job to help her husband rape me. There's an investigation.
Hey, Miss Freeman, my name's Mark Monteith. How are you?
Hi, Jen from the Good Samaritan Haven is coming to advocate for me. I just called her. I lost my voice. They're acting like I'm yelling. They know I lost my voice. Her husband, Liz, the manager, her husband, refused to take no for an answer and then turned it into threatening me. After 50 times I told him no nicely. And then I was stern. And then after he still thought it was a discussion, I told him he's ugly as shit and I would never fuck him. He was trying to get me to have a threesome with her and in front of the door. It made me lose my voice. They're now acting like I'm yelling and I'm not.
No, you're not yelling at me.
I'm waiting on Jen so that I have an advocate. I really cannot stress this shit more.
Right, so
especially if I'm about to lose my housing, then I'm going to be with no voice to yell for help.
Yep, I
I've been
understand.
there.
Sergeant Bassett said he talked to you last night, and I know he left us a message to know that you,
Yeah.
that, you
It's both the daytime and the night manager. The night manager just started, and on his second day here, he asked me to drink in his room, and he didn't even ask me. He like said, next week when I get paid, you and me drink in my room. So yeah, last night I had a tent over there from 1 a.m. on, anything to me. I even brought it right there and then walked inside, walked past them. They're fine with it. I said, good morning. They said, good morning. I brought it over here so I get cell phone service or Wi-Fi. My cell phone service cut off as soon as I set up the tent. I needed to call my caseworker.
Yeah, so if you got a room inside.
I also can't break this down myself. I am waiting on somebody, which is why I needed the cell phone service. That's why I brought it over here, was so I can call somebody to help me bring it down. And then they just made me start screaming, and this is great. They're fine with the rapist working at their hotel, 2 of them. But a tent makes the hotel look bad. It's fine for a second. I'm waiting on my advocate. Sorry.
All right. Well, I was going to say they did ask about the tent and so forth, and that's, I mean, you're
I feel safer outside on security cam than when 2 rapists have access to my door.
I understand you're upset. You guys got to say don't.
Sorry, no, I'm not upset. I can't keep talking.
Yeah, okay. Well, did she say how long before she gets here?
She sounded like she was sleepy, so I'm sure she'll be here soon, but it sounded like
Just so I can.
they're usually here every day anyways. She was going to be here today anyways, and it sounds like my caseworker from Pathways is also going to be here today. They refused to talk to me about this yesterday. The owners, even the night it happened, the owners refused to talk to me. The only person who works here who talked to me that night was Liz, as she tried to abuse her job to help her husband intimidate me because I wouldn't let him break me. So yeah, they refuse to talk to me until I get my caseworker here. And even whenever I had a tent set up, they refuse to talk to me. They're not calling. They call the cops on anybody. You know why they're not calling cops? Because they have a rapist working for them. They don't want you here. They actually were mad I called you for a head injury. I'm a mandatory reporter and found a man unresponsive outside, and they tried to not renew my lease, my voucher. And Jen from the Good Samaritan Haven convinced him to let me stay. Both times. They've called me drunk when I don't drink. Last time I had Bassett just I asked him to breathalyze me. Because, you know what, I got treated like I was making a false report for a man who was unresponsive for 30 minutes with a huge head injury. As I shined a flashlight in his face and he would not wake up. But they told, whenever they came, when her husband tried to rape me, they told the police that I was intoxicated and had a knife. I don't even fight weapons, ever.
All right. So you accept.
They abused the police system. They're abusing the police system.
Yep.
They're fine with the police being called, just not for head injuries
So
or rape.
I understand. Just stay.
I'm a special needs person who has kept my composure through this, and I shouldn't have been. I'm not safe here.
Okay. Do you want to talk to mental health right now?
These people who all got big balls right now didn't say shit when a man tried to rape me in public in front of the front door.
Miss Freeman, stop yelling, because what's going to happen?
Sorry.
Is if you keep yelling,
I'm done now.
You're going to end up with a criminal charge for disorderly conduct, and you don't need that if you're already upset and got stuff going on.
This is a medical symptom, and I've asked to not talk. I've asked to not talk.
Do you want mental health right now?
Yeah, which is why Jen's on her way here. I'm sure that she's going to tell my other caseworkers. Yes, I need to not talk. That's why I need to not yell. That's why I told you. I'm losing my voice and it's making me yell. Please let me stop talking.
Okay.
Thank you. Sorry.
Don't yell anymore.
I want my advocate here. And before I talk to the police, thank you. That guy, Mike with the dog Jasper threatened to hit me from his window. That's Liz with them. The woman who tried to help her husband rape me. Who's sitting here dealing with this. That's the guy who just threatened to hit me from his fucking window with the yellow hat and the blue shirt. That's another owner who's too pussy to talk to me. Why is Liz even handling this? Why is Liz even handling this? She just tried to help her husband rape me, and I asked for an investigation, and she's still working here and in charge of calling the cops on me.
Who did you speak to down at the Samaritan shelter that's coming up again?
Jen.
Jen?
Caroline's also on her way, I believe, probably too. I've not called her yet. I believe Jen probably called her. I started a group chat with my Washington County mental health worker, Travis, Jason from Pathways, Caroline and Jen from Good Samaritan. Those 4 people, because
They're on the way before it leaves, so that way that we
they're already, all 4 of them, she told me that all 4 of them replied. I don't have cell phone service, so I didn't know. She told me all 4 of them replied, said they'll be here for this appointment today.
All right, I'm
Yeah.
gonna call.
I still need sleep really bad.
So, if you want to sit for just a couple of minutes. I know, they're gonna.
I also want a cigarette.
Open this way. Or if you want to have a cigarette and come back.
Yeah, when did they say they'll be here?
I don't think anybody's.
Oh, I thought you
Carolyn
said-
said she may be available after 12. Let me see. I was gonna show you the messages that you didn't get yet.
Okay,
Jason said he's very sick, so he's not
Oh,
able to make the
no.
meeting. Let's see.
Do you have any way to help me get my phone paid? If you can think of one, let me know. Yeah, it just cut out last night right after I set up a tent outside at
Who has been paying it?
I just bought it for the first time, and it was because when I first got here, I was afraid to even get on the bus. Like, yeah.
Let's see. Well, I can show you the messages that you got back this morning when you didn't have a cigarette break if you want to. So that's Carolyn.
Between 12 and 3. I'm quite safe here. Oh, no.
And that's request for tomorrow. And there's my response.
Mosaic is the domestic violence organization I've worked with the most.
Okay.
And they have a lot of experience with me working like this. Like,
Okay.
the month that I lost my housing from Quality Inn, and then I immediately got raped because I had to trust somebody on a dating app who brought me to New Hampshire. Mosaic is who. Wait, first it was Wise because I was Lebanon and White River Junction. That's how they got me back to Vermont. And then at some point, it was when I was in Bennington, and PAVE was bullshit, like really, really bad. and I worked with Mosaic.
Well, let me ask you before we go outside real quick. Is there anyone that you can stay with? As I think the motels, with this being the first.
There's literally
really
nobody that I
exiting-
can stay with on this whole planet.
Okay.
I'm really fucking alone in the world in special needs. And that's why these men feel like it's okay to just not accept no for an answer. And then whenever I offend them with a no, after the 100th time, they get hostile and violent and leave their door to the room open. And hours later, as I'm walking through the hallway, start 2 more altercations. Liz, he was trying to get me to let Liz and him rape me. It wasn't just him. And he did it in front of Matt. In front of the front door. My only option I have is that am I about to lose my housing? I am? Like from economic services? Why?
Not from
You mean-
economic services.
I'm okay leaving
They
here.
don't have
They don't have anywhere? You know for
anywhere
sure?
else. Carolyn is checking, and I've got Brenda checking as well.
Well, this place isn't safe for me, and that's why I have to leave. How about we put in a request for moving because of a safety reason, which all I'd need is
We have.
okay. So then we can just get the hotel to let me stay until they can move me. But I'm not a safety risk here at all, and I feel very nervous. And I tried to talk to them about it yesterday. That I feel very nervous.
Right.
That both managers, the day and the nighttime manager, both have a way to get in my room. I felt safer outside last night. I can't set up a tent by myself. Ernie set it up. He literally woke up in the middle of the night when I called him. I was like, "Are you asleep?" And he's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, sorry. I was gonna ask if you'd help me set up my tent downstairs, but never mind." I just asked him to carry stuff down for me. I just needed it carried down,
Yeah.
and then he went ahead and set it up for me, and then he went back to sleep. But I wasn't expecting to lose my cell phone signal, and then I got really overheated from the heat, and then I didn't take my medicine on time, and like as I was pulling my tent around just so I could even get, like I was risking to pull it around, like it wasn't just for fun, like I was risking getting holes in it and stuff. I was pulling it around because I needed cell service because I don't have cell service. I needed Wi-Fi. I need sleep. Am I losing my housing today? I needed to sleep.
You have to move from here. There's no.
And Jason's.
Jason's not available.
For what reason?
Because the police were involved again.
They called them.
And I'm not saying that you did anything that you shouldn't have done. At all. I'm just saying that
So that's the meeting?
you have to.
That's the meeting?
I don't.
It's just me finding out that I have to move today and shit.
I am not the.
I heard we were having a
saying
meeting
the
today
only
about
thing-
this, about how they have rapists working for them. That there's an investigation on right now.
There's no meetings that happen that quickly about things. You can.
They told me what I'm saying. Can I show you the video where I tried to talk to them about this yesterday, the 3 owners? And they said, "We're waiting till tomorrow to talk to the Good Samaritan Haven with you." Like, so they're with the appointment.
They called us just to let us know that you had to move.
When did they call you to tell me that?
This morning they sent me a text message.
Okay, well, they were waiting till you got here today to have a meeting with us, so that, like, I don't know why, even whenever Liz tried to abuse her job to help her husband rape me, they didn't come talk to me. I only talked to police that night. They're afraid to talk to me ever since. I set up a tent there from 1 a.m. until 10 o'clock this morning, and they did not say a word to me. Even when I came in to take my medicine, I walked past them, I said good morning. That they're afraid to talk to me.
I'm not afraid to talk to you, but if you're not
They're
feeling
certainly-
safe here, if you're not feeling safe here,
I would feel a lot safer if there weren't a
you definitely
rapist.
need to be-
I-
they're not gonna necessarily be removed.
I'm gonna go have that cigarette. I'm not trying to be even yelling. I need to save my voice, especially if I'm about to lose my housing today. Are we having a meeting with them? Can we talk to them?
I am more than happy to. I just don't know
Did
how
you
to
say you
start.
already put in a request for new housing for me, like for
last week.
safety reasons?
Ends this morning.
So you put in last week for safety reasons that I need to move. Okay, at least there's that. Knock knock. Hey there, can we talk to you real quick?
gonna go get that.
Yes, I got
So, she just told me I have to move today?
Yes.
Okay, she put in a safety request, because the reason I have to move is because I'm not safe. It's not, I didn't do anything wrong.
That's why I'm also
Again, I needed to go to sleep. I need to sleep today. I have not slept also. And I have no voice, which is really dangerous when you lose your housing. I'm a special needs person already.
But yeah, this is like an hour
So,
past me, so I
they,
won't be able
they
to
put in
see
a
you.
request, and then that way I won't get put on a period of no, I probably still won't get put on a period of ineligibility, because Sergeant Bissett said that he would talk to
Yeah,
any
you won't
officers.
be on a period of ineligibility.
Yeah, but they might not have hotels for me right now, and also I really need to sleep, and my caseworker can't, Jason, who helps me move,
He's sick today.
is sick today.
I'm sorry, I won't be able to help you from now on. My hands are tied
So-
because it's just not me anymore. It's like all my employees. They're
So how
against
long
me.
can you
But,
cover today?
but your employee tried to rape me.
Until like
Your employee tried to
9,
rape
8,
me.
8 the latest.
I tried to tell you yesterday that your employee tried to rape me.
That's why I talked to them.
That's
said
what
this to them.
threatening somebody after they tell you no to sex.
I'm
100
hearing their
times.
side of the story too. I'm talking to the cops. The cops themselves, you can talk to them. They have cleared him out too. So they were involved too when that situation took place between Elizabeth.
And at first, Liz apologized, right?
But yeah.
And then Glenn left his door open
No,
so that he
I-
could see me hours later. Finally, come inside and start a fight with me as soon as. And all I said was, "Don't talk to me whenever." And then I got a knock on my door from Liz because I told Glenn not to talk to me when he said, "Where's my beer?"
But we're at the past the point where it's not.
I've been
just-
accused of drinking. Your worker tried to rape me, and when I called an ambulance for an unresponsive man, I don't drink. I did a breathalyzer that night where I was. Do you know what they told the cops? Remember how they said I abused the emergency services for calling for an unresponsive man? They told the cops that I was intoxicated and had a knife. I did not have a knife. I don't even own a knife at all. I don't fight with any weapons.
Oh, yeah, we were way past
I just
that
didn't want to
on
be
that.
raped.
Yeah.
That was the problem. And then also that was the third altercation that man had started about him not taking no for an answer and getting violent because of it. Everybody knows that he's belligerent constantly. He's using her job to find women to rape, and he tried to get me to let her rape me with him, both of them. Yeah, he was trying to get me to have a threesome. She knows this. She
I heard that story. I get it. I see your.
I don't care what, but she
no
shouldn't talk
worries.
to me. Remember how she shouldn't talk to me?
Yep.
So if
no,
you
I get
have-
it. Yeah, I'll deal with that.
She's abusing her job. She also, whenever I went on a camping trip with Dylan, I went in his room for 2 seconds to pack. On the same day that Pato invited me into his room to drink. So, Pato was watching the cameras and saw me going to Dylan's room to pack. Pato that day had invited me into Pato's room to drink. And
I talked sense to him. I put a
Liz
file
is
letter
friends
on
with Matt, Glenn, right. So after I got back from camping, Liz was like, "You're in trouble for going into Dylan's room." And then I went into his room for 2 seconds to pack. And then also when me and Matt were hanging out, Liz told us that we could hang out and that he could come to my room. And he did. And they were fine with that. And as soon as I went camping with another man, she disciplined me about it. And then after I explained, I was just like, sorry, I was just helping pack for camping, and then we were leaving. And then we left with a tent and came back the next day. And so then she asked me what I'm going to do about dating Matt or not. She is intimidating me into dating Matt by disciplining both Dylan and me. Because she's actually just mad I don't date her belligerent drunk friend Matt, who randomly I separated from him for a reason. He gets too drunk when Doug gives him vodka, and then he just randomly will start fights with me, and so I'm just
the best way I can do this is let's call it off today. So basically, all the issues that you're not feeling safe here, so I do suggest you should get a different housing.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna take
I agree,
actions
but
against.
also
I'm
just because
talking to her right now as we speak, as we are speaking here. I'm talking to them. I know you're understanding, but I let them know.
Yeah.
I'm talking sentence to them about the second, the overnight guy, Patwari.
Yeah.
I'm also talking to. I already sent him a file.
And I don't think he was really malicious. At this point, it's just I'm afraid to say no
Yep.
to both of your managers.
Yep.
That's scary.
Yep, I get it.
And I'm also not trying to be a drama queen about it. I got that tent out, and the only reason I brought it over was I needed cell phone service to get Ernie to help me I needed to get upstairs. I was not feeling well at all. The sun was making me really and I have a hurt rib.
But yeah.
Anyways,
Not just the employees. There now is guests too that are involved. Like there are 5 guests that are now
Mhm.
worried for what they're
yeah, because
out here.
Glenn and Liz marked me.
Yep, I'll talk to them. I'll talk to each individual.
Yeah.
But for
So
now,
the
I'm
tent
willing to
helped
work
it
until
so
8
that
p.m.
the tent helped it so that I could just have it. I was not trying to be ornery. I figured I would just explain it to you, worst case, but it was literally medical accommodation because I need to not, number one, just because I'm nice, people think that, number one, I can't say no to sex, and number two, that I have to talk to them just because I'm out there and I cannot talk right now, and they're still making me talk, and then they're acting like I'm crazy whenever I'm describing something that's very crazy to describe.
No worries, we'll talk.
And I don't even want to talk to nobody. But anyway, so I just had a tent. It helped. And then also, like I said, that happened in front of the door.
Pardon me, I'm gonna take this.
I feel like privacy, at the very least, is like something it's not too crazy to ask if I might be allowed to have. I understand not having a tent in front of the room, like or in front of the
I just
place.
want you to understand that.
I wasn't trying to
what
be a
you
problem,
told
though.
me-
Also, just I was trying to just get it over.
Yep, whatever you told me, I did take actions against every single one. Every single of my employees know the best.
Last night I felt safer in that tent outside than with both of your managers who can get into my room.
Yep, nope, they have no access to that.
They don't?
Nope, they don't.
Okay, that's
Only
what
access I got to anybody's room is just me.
Okay, that
Just
really
me, not
worried.
even housekeeping, not even a maintenance guy, not even the people behind the desk are able to get in.
Thank you. That's what really worried me. Sorry.
Nobody can get in here.
Okay, thank you.
And plus everything's under surveillance.
You got to understand where I'm coming. I've been nervous as hell. I have not even been able to sleep because, from my understanding, the only person I talked to that works here at this hotel that night that Glenn tried to rape me was Liz, as she abused her power to try to help her husband rape me. I didn't talk to any of the owners, and I told Liz, I want to speak to the owners or the police, just not you. And I said, you have a conflict of interest. This is your husband. And as I screamed, help, rape, and blew my rape whistle on the 3rd violent interaction that he started, as he had his door open, just waiting for me. And she said, I'm not allowed in her hall. I'm allowed in the hall. And being afraid of Glenn is not a new rule for me.
No worries, I'll take actions against
Does that make
those,
sense?
So, yep, it does.
And I know,
clearly understand your point of
and
view.
if I get hyped up, I have autism, and I release too much
That's
adrenaline.
also the reason where, where this type of place won't be safe for you personally.
No, it will.
Because-
I've done it, but it's not whenever you're like they're afraid after like Liz. It's do you know what nepotism is? Yeah.
I get it.
Nepotism is when you feel brazen to rape me and on the front step, but I can't even call an ambulance for a head injury. And I really wanted to talk to you guys about that. That would have helped me not be so nervous about that.
Yeah, they're trying to help you, so I'm also willing to work with you on what.
Thanks. I'll just work with that. I mean, I need to move. That's for sure.
Yes.
But also it's.
No worries.
It
I
happens.
took actions to them. Yep.
It happens.
I just want to know I'm on your side on this one. I'll let them know
Yeah.
clearly. And just so you know, anybody moving on forward, nobody has access to anybody's rooms except me,
Yeah.
unless police comes.
Is your problem with if you wanted to fire them? Is your problem not having workers?
That would be making our business hard because during it just like I won't be able to handle that whole situation.
I finally have an ID and a social, and I am employable, and I've worked at a Hilton hotel before. So
I'll think about it.
it might not be appropriate,
Yeah, I'll think
but
about
maybe it would like
Is the kitchen open?
it. Not
Do
yet.
you have a
I'm just
chain
kind of willing to
on your door?
no. I don't have a
Is there
deadlock.
any way to get a chain or something?
I'm not
I
worried.
can get that installed right now.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not too worried about it, but
But if you're he said you could stay until
yeah.
until we figure things out today. So if you can sleep,
But I'll
just
make
get
sure
some
that's
sleep
the
and,
if you
and
don't want.
have a chain
I'll be
so that
watching
you
your
feel
room
safe while
closely
you're
so nobody
sleeping.
to get enter in there.
But
And I
yeah,
can
but
access
also I do sleep during the day,
Yeah.
especially when I don't feel safe. Like I'm more likely to just stay awake at night and then go to sleep during the day. That way, because people don't do stuff during the day,
Yep.
right? And if they do, there's
No
you
worries,
guys are
but I'll be
there.
watching your room closely so nobody gets in or out of that room unless
Okay.
I'm looking at it.
Okay, thank you. Also, Liz, that I would take Appa because I was already like it was after the Glenn thing happened? I don't know, but I said I don't have somebody to bark for me. You know, I have nobody in the world that could take me in. I have a kid. When Glenn was doing that, I told him when I got stern in between the nice and when I told him he looked like the Simpsons clown, in between when I got stern, I said, I respect your wife a lot. Stop. I have a kid that I have not gotten to see since he was 3 and he's 10. The only thing keeping me from that is homelessness. And every time I just got connected with Washington County Mental Health, applied for Berry Housing, and then applied for Section 8. And that's the first time I've ever done that, and I've been homeless for a really long time.
I get it. But no worries. Until now, I've talked to every single one that was included in this case.
I've been in a
But
hotel
for
room.
now, if you're worried about anybody getting into that room, nobody's gonna get into that room.
Okay, yeah.
I can promise you.
Well,
If somebody
that
does,
I just didn't know that.
Yeah.
Also, like,
the
a
only
lot of
person
other
that I'm
hotels
allowed
would
is you
still
guys.
completely.
That's it. I'll let you guys allow. But
Yeah.
anybody else,
And I would
nobody.
only go
Yeah.
to the door and knock
Yeah.
anyway.
And
I don't
Jason
go in.
is my emergency contact. Jason from Pathways.
Yeah, even if they come, they're gonna have to provide ID before.
Right,
they can
but
get
the
to
hospital
room.
has them as like
Yep.
like my doctor has him as my and with a form filled out.
Yep.
So yeah.
But no worries. I'm willing to work with you guys today.
Thank you
Until
guys.
8 p.m. You can figure out anywhere.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Yep, no
And
problem.
then also the music. You haven't asked me about it or like talked to me about it. I've been playing music sometimes.
Oh yeah, I heard about it.
Well,
but
it'll help me,
I'm
like,
just, I was
not-
just willing
not
to have
speak.
them here
Yeah.
just with me, so you guys can figure out that on together.
Okay, got you. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you again. It
Alright.
makes me feel a lot safer that
Yep.
they and we'll figure out how to get me into new housing. If you want to offer me a job, let me know. I also
I'll
was a
definitely
chef at the Hilton Hotel, and I'm very good at hospitality.
Yep.
Until this happened, where people are afraid to be on my side because Liz is intimidating and grew up with a lot of people here. Like,
I get it.
it's okay, like it happens, like where people will abuse their power some.
Yep. That's fair.
Rape is the line.
Yes, exactly. I get it. I'll talk to them though. No worries.
Thank you.
No problem.
Yeah.
I told you I was gonna be down here and you had the rapist down here?
We are.
She can talk to you in another part of the building.
Well, I can't even be in the same hallway apparently as him, and I didn't even get in the same hallway as him.
We can walk over there and
I'm being released with no voice after they just put a bunch of targets on my back at night.
so you want to talk to Good Sam, right?
I need help. A voice, like it's also at night. Like
My hands are tied now.
we could have dealt with this morning when I had time to deal with it. I didn't do anything wrong.
I'm sorry.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Altercations now, and that's against our policies too that you signed.
What policy?
Get the paper.
Do you have a no rape policy for your employees?
Nope, you said no altercations, violence. Sign credit.
I didn't have an altercation. I literally said nothing to him.
Sorry.
What the hell? I said nothing to he wasn't in the hallway. Go look at the camera. Can you look at the cameras? Because he wasn't in the hallways.
I did check, but we tried just getting altercations with everybody. So I can't be able to help you now.
Do you want to know how you are compared to other hotels still?
Now my hands are tied. I try to make this a different case, but
Right, but I didn't say, I was going to sleep. What do you mean you tried to work? I was going to sleep and I didn't say anything to that man. I was not in the hallway at the same time as him.
Says this is rules and regulations for our hotel, and you sign when to check in.
But I didn't have altercations.
I'm sorry, you just signed this paper.
Did Glenn sign that paper because he tried to rape me by not taking no for an answer 100 times in front of your door?
To stop altercation, he did. Meanwhile, I talked to you, but
What do you mean he did? He just slammed the door at me, and then when I went back, he wasn't in the hall.
That's why.
What altercation happened? He wasn't in the hall.
To avoid this situation, I told you to go to a different.
What do you mean slowly? He wasn't in the hall. Tell me verbatim what I did. It's like an accusation. Can you tell me what I did? Because I did not do anything wrong. You're putting me in an emergency, and your employee just tried, both of them. She helped her husband try to rape me, and he was trying to get me to let them both rape me.
So
maybe they're both rapists.
All right, we need to lower our voice.
I'm in an emergency. I will.
And I'm trying to.
I will.
She's trying to help you.
I'm terrified right now. I'm so tired. I need sleep. I need sleep so fucking bad. I was about to sleep. You know I need sleep. You know that. You can look at the cameras. I was not in the hall when he went. When you told me he fell. He wasn't in the hall. I need help. Jason is sick today.
Okay.
I have a hurt rib. I'm really afraid of packing too, and I'm no energy. I need to sleep. I can't stay up for long periods of time.
I don't know what to do here.
Okay. Do we have any way we can change your voucher?
I was working.
Are you economic services?
No.
Oh.
She's good to know.
Am I gonna have to call economic services, or will Brenda handle that?
I just hung up on them and I haven't got through. But I was working around, and then Brenda was gonna.
This is my whole life. It's good luck about. This isn't funny. That man wasn't even in the hallway. Is it because I said he's acting like he has rabies? Because he's acting like he has rabies.
No, you walked up there yelling out, so I can't walk here and my rapist can say whatever he wants. And then they asked you to please walk up the very, very last staircase. And you told them you can do whatever staircase you want.
I didn't say that. I said that I should be able to walk down a hall and he's not being told to just leave me alone. Like I've said nothing to him as I've passed him. Why am I being told to avoid the dangerous man instead of the man being told to not be dangerous? That's what I said. I didn't say I can do whatever I want. I said, please tell the dangerous man to not be dangerous.
Yeah. Oh, Jennifer's in the ER, right. That was what I had been over the weekend. It's what you're right. It's on your side.
What?
Okay. The things that you told me what happened. Right? I mean, just go on.
This is a crime. This is a crime, and I'm being released right at the point where I'm not going to be able to get help, and I have no voice. And at night, it's the same thing they did at the Quality Inn in Barrie, with no voice as well. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't have an altercation. That guy wasn't in the hall at all. Ken came to check just to make sure it was okay, and I said, thanks for checking, I'm okay. He wasn't even in the hall. When Ken got up there, Glenn left his room right as I was already past his hall. I minded my business. Why can't other people mind their business now? I'm the one.
You know.
This is violence.
The chick is actually reading what you wrote yesterday.
I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette. I really need one.
All right, and I'll try.
I'm terrified right now. I'm so tired. All I want is to sleep. I was about to sleep. Everybody keeps treating me like I'm fucking crazy or overreacting or saying quiet. I need sleep.
Go have a cigarette.
No, they run me so that I can't sleep. He said, we've tried to work for you day by day. He wouldn't talk to me. And I have video of me trying to talk to them about it yesterday. And they said, we're waiting for Good Samaritan and we're all going to talk to you about it. And I was up all night fucking nervous about it. And because I didn't want to wake up and not be mentally there, because I had a lot of things that were important I needed to say.
Well, during my meeting this morning, I was working with Economic Services trying to come in here and at least have somewhere for you to go.
I can't even process. None of what you're saying is sinking in. I need to sleep and I'm in trauma right now. I don't understand what you're saying. I'm going outside. How come it's every hotel? How come and I have it all recorded. I can make 8 Mile off of just my 18 months in this program. This doesn't help me from domestic violence when hotel employees are trying to fucking rape me and then the owners are letting them and helping them.